Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Citadel of NewChurch. I'm your host, Captain, here to go over a recap that we had with the recent war against 2Swift2Sure for the minor league clan wars. It was a good war, but despite this score, you actually couldn't tell that they had to do a fair amount of 11v10 dips, but then came right back and tied the score up. So very much kudos to those guys for doing that. They performed very excellently at the 11v11, obviously. But needless to say, getting into the stats of this war with the Ultra Boy six-packers. We had a couple of them. We do have Hawk there at number 1. We got Mammoth at number 8. We have Eliza there at number 13. We have the Jedi Mind Tricks at number 15. We got Maxi Barro there at number 18. We got Lady Lay at number 19. We have the Wasp there at number 22. And we got the Dark Fonzie there at number 29. As far as our shit hitters of the war, we do have a fair amount of them as well. We have Arslan there, number 30, with a sweet 99. We have Bafo de Geyser there, number 20, with a 91. We have Z Boro with a 96. We have Green Goblin at number 11 with a 94. We have, where are you at? Mado there at number 10 with a 99. JD White at number 9 with a 99. We got Chastity Foil, number 7 with a 91. And I do believe that was the last one. Nope. Undeniable with a 1-star 93. So getting into the hits, we're going to start with the Hawk. Again, we like to comment on bases when we see them. If you're running internet bases, you're kind of asking you to get 3-starred out of them. So this one was kind of a give me because this is probably one of the most generic internet bases there is. I think it's from Clash with Ed. So take it. Anyways, he's going to start his hero over there at the 430 while the King's over towards to the 3-vers. He's going to be rounding the corner of this base. Wall breakers are trying to get him ins. Gets the first layer. Second layer does open up as wells. Still has 5 wall breakers in the bag. Gonna sit on them for a moment. Poison the CC. Queen's gonna be able to take out the baby. Swap over to the queen. Take her out. Wall breakers are... who was it? Oh, I think it's some barbs that came back and smoked that giant bomb. Anyway, Queen's gonna be chilling from the first ice golem. Just gonna be beating her way through the second one. She'll be finding dandies. Once it's down, wait for hers before doing some more of this raging and wall breaker rings. Raging her up. Unfortunately, the healers are going to kind of get smoked, but because she's in the rage, she's going to be able to somewhat help speed things up. Finally gets over before 2 healers have finally kicked the bucket. Wall breakers smoke a giant bomb there before he's going to be able to start his hogging pretty shortly. He was hoping to get more into this compartment right here, but wall breakers are kind of being a little bit of a nuisance. He's going to start his hoggings over there from the 130 going counterclockwise. Queen's going to be able to fight her way through that air sweeper. Healing directly on top of the 1 giant bomb. Hogs are still pushing their way through, having to phase her ability. She steps out away from the expo, so now she'll be able to get back to full health. Slammer coming in for the back end side. Be able to one-shot the cannon. Coming over to the Archer Tower. Be able to one-shot it. So that way all these hogs are going to stay nice and compact for these defenses. Coming into this compartment here. Has a Loon again trying to get rid of some of those giant bombs from the bomb tower. Queen is still up and rocking. Still has the award ability for the Town Hall, obviously. Tomes it right as soon as the Giga Tesla pops. Hogs in a disco spell. Unfortunately, it's got to be just not enough. But he still had that rage for the last queen, but then again, doesn't matter. He's going to rage right through that Archer Tower, remove the skeletons quickly, and then finish the cleanup. Next one we have is, ironically enough, Hawk again. Again, if you're going to rock an internet base, mazel tov. Until then, he's going to start his hero over there at the 7 o'clock. Pack it down at 6. Queen's just going to be slowly but surely sniping some buildings. Pekka's taking the heat for her. Their only primary objective was to get rid of that trash at 6 to make sure that the queen wouldn't bounce back over to this cannon hithers. Takes out the air defense. P.E.K.K.A finally peters out. Has the BK over there at the 10 o'clock region. Has the ram coming directly in at that air defense. Queen's going to step up, take onto this archer tower, take the heat of the Expo. Unfortunately, it's going to be somehow in this range of the Expo for those healers to be getting picked off. Sometimes I love the way that the radiuses in this game are complete shenanigans, but hey, it is what it is. Finally, the queen's going to get rage, speed up to kill that queen, saving that ram to get that last wall. Has the ice golems inside, or ice golem. He has a P.E.K.K.A as well. It's just going to allow that queen to be chilling after that golem pop. P.E.K.K.A now is going to be taking the heat, and ironically enough, taking the healers. Has his BK still rocking and rolling, go finally petering out there at 1 o'clock. Queen finally getting somewhat of the engagement towards the town hall now. Unfortunately, the P.E.K.K.A beat through the wall, so now the healers are about to get smoked. Luckily, the bomb goes down a little bit sooner than expected, starting his Lalo down here. I need to zoom out a little bit. Sorry, guys. But anyways, Lalo's still coming in. Nice, slow, steady push. Still has the tome, still has the queen. Is going to have to phase her through the BK. She is going to bounce up to get to that bomb tower and wizard tower, which is really going to help for this Lalo push. Hasting through that, and he's going to rage right through this Tesla farm. Queen's going to be taking some heat from the back-end defenses, so the only thing the Loons really have to worry about at this point is the Inferno and air defense. Queen's going to have to beat a wall, but at this point, it's basic GG. Whee! With a swag freeze nonetheless. Swag! Okay. For the next one, we have JD White with number 4. Going to be doing a Falcon. This is, again, another internet base. They must really love internet bases and thought we wouldn't Google it. Or have seen them from the very last war we did. Anyways. Queen's going to be starting over there at 12 o'clock. Taking her time, slowly but surely. She's going to decide to go to the right. Be able to take out that queen, take out the archer tower, taking the heat from these expos. Has the BK coming on over there. His only objective, despite fighting this single target Inferno, is to remove all that trash. So when the Valks are going to come in, they'll get into this compartment and push. Queen is about to die. Unfortunately, has to phase the ability a little sooner than expected. Healers are going to stay in the range of this expo for a fair amount of time. King is finally going to kick the bucket there from the single target Inferno. Bowlers are going to be able to get some sweet bounces. Slammer is going to be coming in naked over here to this Inferno, if you see that. Queen is going to step up to get to that pedestal and come back down where she's meant to be, freezing the air defense of the single target Inferno. Unfortunately, it is going to pop over there, I do believe. Has the Loons coming in on those defenses to help steady the push. CC Dragon is still up and rocking. So he sent the baby at it. That's the best way to do it. Anyways, the bowlers are tanking for the Loons. Still has a Barb and 4 Wizards for cleanup. Baby finally does his little job that he needed to do. Loons get a nice split at that air defense. They can finally collapse on top of that single target Inferno. Take it out with the disco spell. And then from here on out, I do believe it's just mass Valks and Wizards. They're going to be able to remove a lot of this stuff because they'll be able to reach and shoot everything else in this base. Loons get a couple more defenses before they finally kick the bucket. Baby's still up and rocking. He is unfortunately... Oh, nope, he doesn't kick it. Woo! It's a good job, JD White. Next we have is the Chastity Foil. He's going to be doing a variation of the Dragon. Needless to say, once again, internet bases, kudos to you for trying to rock them. Queen's going to be taking quite a bit of heat. I'm not sure why he didn't decide to rage it. I guess he wanted to save him. But anyways, that was a brave soul. We love you, Mammoth, but goddamn. Queen's going to be engaging the enemy king, or the enemy dragon. The king is going to be coming in at 5 o'clock, sorry. Her primary objective, I do believe, is just to simply walk down that channel. She should be able to reach to the Inferno and the Eagle at the same times, as long as she do, and she will. King is finally going to be petering out there at the Archer Tower. Inferno drops right before the Queen is going to retarget to these skeletons. BK is trying his best to do anything to kill her, but unfortunately it's not going to be the case. Going to be a quick 9 shots and he's dead. Queen's going to engage into the Wizard Tower, step up to the pedestal, Tesla, and then Eagles. Waiting on this before he starts deploying his dragons. Whoop! They got a nice little steady path. That way they're going to be coming all over in here. Again, the Queen's going to be popping out just fine and dandy. Everything over there where she is at, she will be able to reach. All she needs is this rage right here. Got a couple loons to help ensure that little cleanup, to ensure she stays in the alley and doesn't want to try to bounce out for whatever stupid reasoning. Because let's face it, AQAI in this game sucks massive dong. Anyways, that Slammer is going to pop and be in the disco spell. The Queen's going to be taking some quick couple shots. And then from here on out, it's just basic cleanup with all this swag that he's got going on. Whee! Because I do believe he does not swag them. Oh, he does. Sweet swag. Next one we have is number 9. The Mammoth. Gonna be sending the Slammers in. Lures trying to help ensure that the Slammer will go back in. All he has to do is take out that bomb tower. He's good to go. From here on out, the only thing he's after is just basically clone and hasting these Lunars. Everything in that compartment drops. I do believe that Queen actually stays up. Yeah, he drops the swag freeze there too, if you didn't see that. Swag! So from here on out, he's going to get some sweet chains. Going to start his hero over there at the 8 o'clock. Queen at 7:30. Just continuing on with the plan is that the Queen actually did drop like she was supposed to. That's just how beastly Mammoth is. Hashtag Mammoth. I do believe that E-Drag actually stays up a fair amount and gets a couple good chains over there at 3 o'clock. Anyways, the BK does his little job, still tanking for the Queen. She's going to be engaging a whole bunch of this crap. She's going to finally start rounding this corner. Trying to zoom out there and ensure that that E-Drag actually gets these sweet-ass chains like I said earlier. Queen's taking out some buildings, phasing her ability to speed up around this corner. Going to start the Lalo. That way the E-Drag will be able to join the parties. 1 round of Hound Pops, so the Pups are going to be able to get a couple shots on that Queen. E-Drag is locked onto the air skeletons. With everything now dropping, the E-Drag can focus on the Queen, so he will be able to get at least 2 shots on her. But instead, he focuses on the BK. Lalo coming in from the top-hand side. Healing through that Inferno. Hasting through it into the Wizard Tower as wills. Now the E-Drag finally focuses on the Queen, kills her. At this point, GG smashed. With a bunch of minions pops floating around. Yay! So we got Green Goblin here at number 10. I do believe this is the first base we've seen so far that wasn't something we found immediately on the internet. Well done. He's going to be sending in the Blimp, just simply take out this Inferno. A couple loons trying to get to that mortar and the Tesla there that triggers. Raging the loons this time to ensure everything is going to be able to drop with their dead bodies. Gets everything out of there that he was after. Luring those babies over there to the 2 o'clock region. Poisoning and single baby on them. 2-for-1 deal. Woohoo! Yeah, and they only got 1 shot off nonetheless. Anyways, the heroes are going to be coming in over here at 10:30. Sniping some buildings. Queen is going to be finding for herself. The king's finally rounding this corner. Queen's going to be taking some more heat at this point. Have to phase her ability. At this point, Queen's fulfilled her obligation. One more Archer Tower would be bueno, but instead she wants to go Rambo to a cannon that very clearly should not have been the next target. But hey, Hero AI is spot notch. So, here we go with the laws. Hasting those Lunars. Getting the nice rage. Freezing the Queen. Skeleton drop. Right into the disco spell, so those skeletons are going to be absolutely useless. I do believe, yeah, he tomes the skeleton, so that's the only reason why the Queen actually dies via skeleton trap. Anyways, he's going to continue on with his Lalo like nothing like that just happened. Love you, Green. Continuing on, more Lalo down here. Woo! Healing in through this Inferno, even though more of the loons are going to be towards the bottom and side of this base, but hey, it's Green. He does what he likes because he knows how I like it. Lunars are finally getting hasted into that Infernos. They're going to be able to drop directly on top of that Wizard Tower with their dead bodies. Single Loon is going to be tanking for this Archer Tower. Does not get it, and it's just going to be overrun with skeletons, minions, and pups. Finally, the BK dies, and then everybody collapses on that gold storage. For the next one, we have Lay Lady Lay. He's going to be doing a lecture on a du bleu. Heroes over here at 12 Kirk. Beating on some free buildings at this point. Mortar targets the kings. Wait for him to get through that town hall before he decides to pop the ability through this next storage. Queen finally stepping up into the cannons. Going to start with the slammers over there at the 2 clocks. Getting that single clone off, be able to take out a fair amount of that compartment. Freezing the Inferno while the dragon is still inside of his rage. Be able to get that nice chain to remove the Inferno. So from here on out, it's going to be a simple Lalo push coming in here from the 5 o'clock region. The dragon is still up and rocking. Boop. Speed it up a little bit, just watching these loons to get hasted through. Freezing the Inferno, letting the loons trickle in. Then heal, hasting them to finish off the rest of this base. And he has a swag goblin nonetheless. Woo! Next we have is the Fonz. Fonzie is going to be doing a variation of the AQ charge with the Earthquakes. Going to be starting the heroes over there at the 10 o'clocks. Wizard getting a nice little funneling going on over there at the 12. Unfortunately, they're going to stand directly on top of each other, so when they get in the range of this mortar, they're going to get smoked and die. Anyways, the king's going to beat his ability through that town hall, and he's just going to continue on with his push. From here on out, drop the healers. She will engage the air defense before they get sniped. Whoop. Wizards have fulfilled their obligation, so now they can die in peace. I think they only got the one shot. Yeah, one shot off on that elixir collector, but at that point it didn't really matter. As soon as he gets through these skeletons, he's going to bounce towards this center of this base, opening those compartments. Getting the wall junction open so that way the queen will not go into here to get to these buildings. She will stay in this narrow alley so that way she can snipe these buildings. Don't know if you noticed how he split those spells up. Minion picking off on the gold storage, helping speed things up. Raging her up, getting through the CC. Gives it 3 shots at the queen. 1, 2, 3. And then he's going to start with his Lalo over here. and a little bit more down theirs, and a little bit more over theirs. Minions are behind, waiting for the Lunars to slowly trickle in. Doesn't need the haste so much right now because the Hounds are still tanking. Loons are completely free. And what's funny right here is the Queen is going to take out that Expo and then bounce all the way back up to that top end side. Be able to snipe all those buildings as well. Slammer is going to pop on top of that air defense. That is the primary goal of what he wants to haste on top of that multi. Letting those loons at the Wizard Tower die. Inferno finally drops, so that way those hasted loons are going to get a nice split onto each Wizard Tower. Queen gets the other one, and it is basic GG with 2 swag loons. Next we have is the Ducks. Going to be hasting some quick Lunars coming in. Try to engage the CC pole. They do go into the compartment that he was after. And even gets this mortar with... No, he doesn't with the dead body. Never mind. Here and out, he's just going to get the golem to attract the dragon. Queen in behind. Poison the dragons. Ram in behind. Ice Golem was finally triggered. Not really sure what he needed the loon, except for maybe that random mortars. Make sure that the golem doesn't go into an awkward angles, but anyways, it is what it is. BK is going to finally join back up with this party. He's unfortunately going to step just enough in that range of the dead ice golem and get frozen. King is going to beat on the wall and then finally join the parties. Queen is finally going to step up and engage. But at this point, that ram will explode for this nice bowler bomb, and the L is dead. Queen also steps into the range of the rage, which is really nice. Then he's going to start a couple little Lalo back here. Queen is still up and rocking with ability. Continuing on with the Lalo push. Hasten those loons to get in towards that Expo. Queen's going to phase her ability to again speed those loons up into that multi. Raging them up, take it out. Take out that air defense. And then from here on out, that Hound is just going to be tanking for what little he can left. Nice split on those loons through that rage. Back end Wizard Tower is going to be dropped, and he's going to have a swag haste at this. I do believe he drops it there just for the sakes of speeding those loons up, although he really didn't even need it. Next we have is the Grocer. He's just going to be doing a straight Lalo because if I could showcase, I think it's this base. Nah, he has 1, 2, and 3 ground expos. So he's just going to be sending a Loon Slammer to come into this Archer Tower, remove it, Wizard Tower, move into this multi. He is going to trigger a little bit of the CCs. With the Slammer's dead body, he will be able to get to this mortar. Hasten the Loons into that Wizard Tower, and then he also gets the Archer Tower and mortar. He's going to be starting his heroes over there at the 130 region. Queen's going to walk to the other side. She's going to bounce back to try to get to that cannon, but she's dead at this point. So he's going to be starting his Lalo over Hithers. Hound was tanking for a decent amount of time before he's going to have to start hasting those loons into that Wizard Tower. Unfortunately, they're not going to quite make it. Continuing on with this nice little push. 3 Hounds are about to pop at the same exact time. Freezing the Queen, dropping the skeletons, ensuring that she will die. With the multi there, it kind of was unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Now that the loons are in the range of this multi, the skeletons will be able to finish off the job that they started. And then at this point, he's going to have enough swag troops for the bag. The next one we have is Eliza. It's a hog hit. We never really get to see these much anymore, so I was going to showcase it. Queen's going to be starting over there at 10:30, baby at the 12, trying to establish the funnels. Queen shooting a couple free buildings. Baby finally drops to the air defense. Queen is finally going to go into the core of the space like she was meant to do. Wait for this gold storage to drop, getting the rage a little bit in front, so that way she'll be able to be stepping up inside of it as well to take out this Expo. NCC when it got lured, unfortunately it was a Hound Loon. Doesn't matter, just ensure that whatever's on the back end side can help handle the pups. BK is going to be able to join the party because he pathed the wrong way. Hound finally pops, the Queen's going to be able to handle these pups because a fair amount of them are in that poison. Ram is going to be beating on some useless walls, unfortunately, allowing the time for the King to step up and the Queen to step up as well. Just had Geist Golems in it anyway, so it didn't really matter. One Ice Golem pops, takes out both here, and then the King steps up and takes out the one pedestal before bouncing out to the Air Sweeper. Not exactly sure what kind of pathing the King took there, but hey, it is what it is. Starting his hogs over there at the 11. Queen's healers are slowly but surely getting picked off. Hogs keep coming in. They will be able to fight that bomb tower. They go inside of that heals. Ice Golem is going to survive through that wall. Then from here on out, he's basically useless. Some more hogging coming in from the 3 o'clock region. A bunch of those hogs don't feel like going into that heal, so they're just going to stay on the outskirts of it. Having to drop it a little bit sooner than he was expecting. Queen finally kicked the bucket. More hog coming in there at 6 o'clock, triggering that skeleton. It's going to wait for those skeletons to try to come join right there in front of that wizard tower. Finally finish those guys off. Ice Golem finally fulfilling his duties from here on out, going to a random archer tower, Rambo style, in order to tank for both of them so the hogs can survive. BK is still up and rocking and has the wizards all around for nice cleanup. Next one we have is Maxi Botto with number 20. I do believe there was a hole in this base. And let me go back. Boop. Where are you at? Because I want to say it's right there. It won't let me click. It won't let me show. But anyways, there is a hole right there. There it is. Bam! So the nice, easy CC lure. Apparently you can't click it when it's on pause. So whatever. Poisons the CC. King's going to the outsides. Raging the Queen through the CC. Woo! Yawn. Queen's going to be able to rock through these archer towers. King's going to pop his ability, fight through all of that crap. With the placement of that Inferno Tower as well, I think it was meant to be one more tile back, so that way it wasn't snipeable right here. But hey, it is what it is. Getting a Loon Baby over there at the 12 o'clock, trying to establish the funnels. Queen gets through the Inferno, then having to swap over to the Skeletons. Continuing on with a nice little push. At this point, the healers are just enough in that range of the Expo. Whoop. This one, that one for sure. Try to get this nice wallbreaker entry that he nails. Shaboop. Goblin is going to be kicking the bucket. Queen is finally going to be going into the compartment that she was meant to use. Raging her up. Healers are finally out of range of that Expo, but then when she goes to take another step, they will be back into range. And then he's going to start with his Lala over here with some Slammer Loons. Queen takes out the one Air Sweeper. Get shooting over that wall to the CC before he continues on with the Lalo push since the Air Sweeper is focused onto the Slammer. All is well. Loons are going to be slowly but surely trickling in. Queen is trying to phase her ability through this wall with the one healer on her. So she is going to be able to take out that Wizard Tower. Then she's going to die on a BK. But from here on out, just hastening those loons in through that Wizard Tower. Nice little split there with the loons. And at this point, I do believe the rest of this is swag. Where are you at, swag? Because I know each person likes to put their swag in different spots. It's not always the same. Where's the swag? Mercy Barrow! No! I waited for swag and it was never there. Rip. Okay. The next one we have is Eliza with number 21 again. Normally, I don't show attacks from the same person multiple times, but hey, I like showing dragons. Fuck off. So he's going to be starting the queen over there at the 4 o'clock. Barb and wizard over there. Oh, wait, what's not? Let me zoom. There it goes. I love you, iPad. Anyways, the heroes are going to be starting over there at the 4 o'clock. King towards the 3. Try to establish these nice little funnels. Trying to nail this wallbreaker entry. Gets the first layer. Queen takes out the double cannon. Takes out the pedestal. Gets this nice second layer wallbreaker entry. Loon is trying to be a Coco Loon and soak up any traps. Unfortunately, Healer does instead. Poison for the Hound, guess. Raging up the Queen so that way she can fight her way through this Hounds. Minion in for the back end side. More wall breakers to get further push ins. Gets that nice extra layer. I think he was trying to be cheeky for one more layer of wall breakers. Queen finally engaging this air defense. And wouldn't you know it, he actually does get that nice extra wall breaker layer. So let's count it. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 different layers, and I do believe he gets the 5th one right there. Nope. Okay. Queen is in rage. She'll be able to get the 3 shots off on the queen. Phasing her ability, so it'll be a nice 2. Anyway, Slammer is going to be tanking for these dragons as they slowly make their push in. Because of all those wallbreaker entries that he's gotten, she will be able to finish all the way up to this Inferno Tower if her healers will survive. So at this point, it's just basically waiting on the speed of dragons to fight through all of these buildings. Slammer finally pops. He's going to be able to haste these loons into that wizard tower. Queen got to the Inferno. I know Eliza won't let me down with the swag. Where are you at? Yeah. Okay. The next one we have is Dwight. So I do believe he starts down here somewhere. Yep, Baby and BK are going to be starting at 7:30, 4:30. Queen at the 5. Trigger a skeleton trap. Queen's going to be able to handle them off. Turns her attention. One quick shot. He kicks the bucket. Gets the healers in behinds. Queen's going to be able to take out the Teslers. Taking this nice jump that she has. Raging her up after the Inferno. The way she took this jump was actually really nice. So from here on out, she's actually going to shoot over walls to get to these buildings. When she goes to make her way up towards this enemy Archer Queen, CC is lured. She's just going to get raged one more time, fight her way through. She's going to engage one of these Expos, take her attention off of it, get 3 quick shots off on the Queen, kills her, and then continues on with her nice little push. Still in the rage, so she's going to be able to take those both outs. Stepping up into the range of the 3rd one before starting some Lalo coming ins. I do believe he uses that last rage for her and not the Lalo. Nope, apparently not. Okay, he's just going to rage through that Inferno Tower. Phasing her ability, she'll be able to tank for what's remaining. Slammer's going to be able to handle all the tanking from here on out when that hound pops. But at that point, the queen is also into those compartments, so she's also going to be able to help out with that expo. It is kind of killing on the cleanup. But at this point, he just wants to get things sped up and finished off. Whee! Next, we have Marlborough there at number 26. This was a Town Hall 9 when we were in the Minor League Clan Wars last season, which was actually pretty funny. So they're going to be starting their heroes there at number 4. The number 4. They're going to be starting at 4. Blur, blur, blur. Wizard down there at the 2. There's established Furners. Queen's just going to be taking her time, fighting through that E-Drag. He does get the one shot off before he finally kicks the bucket. One shot on the loon finishes it off. Just going YOLO with that rage. Anyways, I wanted to try to pause it for right here if I could showcase it. Alright, now that the dust is settled, the way that he used these earthquakes was kind of a little ingenious. I wanted to showcase this especially because it was actually really nice. Kudos to him for counting tiles. Unless he was just that gay lucky, which in all honesty, Green, I love you, but son of a bitch. He does get this wall open right here by this builder hut to get into this cannon archer tower, going into this compartment here to this air defense, all the while staying out of this compartment. So this wizard tower is going to be left up here. So that way, when she does make her push, she'll be able to get these defenses and then continue way up to here as well without encouraging her to come out here to go outside of the base. So again, kudos to you on that, buddy. Just wanted to highlight that. Anyways, continuing on with his attack. King's going to be coming down here at the 5 o'clock, try to establish the funnel to ensure that she's going to go into this sweet compartment that was opened up. Raging her up. She is unfortunately going to have some heroes or healers that are going to be kicking the bucket. Rage through that expose. King is going to kick the bucket. Queen will finally be doing the right thing right here. Be able to take out the enemy queen. Raging her up. Try to speed her up through that. Does get the time down so won't have to phase her ability. Since she's in the rage, she's going to be fine for those healers. Tesla encourages her to go over there to the air sweeper. Air skeleton's coming down. Slammer coming in naked, so that way he'll be fine to take out some of those trash. Hound in front, the tank for the expo. Unfortunately, eats a sand with a slammer. Queen's going to be engaging that air defense at the top end side. She'll be able to phase her ability through this Barbarian King. Continuing on with the Zalalo over there at the 8 o'clock. One hound explodes. Slammer finally pops, so he's going to rage those loons into the multi. Unfortunately, they're going to take a minor detour before finally coming back. Wizard Tower is still tanked by that one hound. Unfortunately, he does kick the bucket. Unfortunately, there was that one little wall segment right there that she shot, which was actually a really nice one instead. So those hasted loons are going to get to the Wizard Tower, and then she's useless again. And at this point, speed up, cleanup, well done. For the last one we have is number 28 with the Wasp. I wanted to show this because this is one of those fun attacks where shit hits the fan. And if you aren't one of those pansy-ass bitches that fucking rage quits, sometimes they actually pay off. So, I love you, Elby. This was very much nice redemption. Queen's going to be starting over here at the 5 o'clock. Minions trying to get a nice little funnel to make sure she doesn't go the way that she will ultimately go. King's over there trying to help beat some of those buildings. Her objective was to step up to this double cannon. Gets this wall breaker entry, and then the queen boogies. And then from here on out, he never capitalizes and gets back into that compartment. King is going to try to come back, taking out this enemy Barbarian King that runs back into his compartment. And by doing so, whoop, that dragon's going to retarget onto those healers because enemy Queen's going to be frozen. And there's not a damn thing he's going to really do about that. He's going to try to send a minion, but yeah, at this point, those healers are toast. Queen finally engages the dragons. Healers are on so low of health that basically one red bomb at this point is going to be able to kill them off. Queen is going to be targeting a wall. Slammer coming in over there at the 730. She'll be able to take onto this Expo, and then she's going to continue on with a little walk. Bomb tower drops, goes back outside, does not go where the wall breakers were. Taking out the gold storage with the Lalo coming in up at the top hand side. Healers are still racking, no idea how. One red bomb and they're dead. Slammer finally pops, so those loons are going to be exposed to this multi. Gets a nice freeze onto those 4 defenses. Phasing the queen, trying to help encourage that she will get over there and take out that queen before the Lalo gets into that range of the defenses. Gets a decent split there with the loons, and then their dead bodies are going to collapse onto this multi. Air skeletons are kind of being a little bit of a nuisance. And with that, very nice recovery. Didn't rage quit when all things went wrong. Kept all things in composure. Well done, LB. I love you. And with that, that wraps up our recap. I hope you enjoyed this video. And with that, I hope you have a good one.